dear students, how are you? I hope you are all doing good. Welcome back to a new lesson. In the previous lesson, we talked about I've got. We will talk about it briefly. We'll write it briefly, and then we'll go to a new lesson today. I've got, we said, it means hama. I've got wata hama. I've got, we use I, you, we, they with have got. It's for positive sentences. If we make it negative, we say I haven't got. I haven't got. For example, I say I've got a marker. It's a positive sentence. If I make it a negative, I say I haven't got a marker. So I, you, we, they, have got, haven't got. Also we have he, she, its. We use these pronouns with has. Has got. If we make it negative, we say hasn't got. So, for example, I say he got a marker. He has got a marker. But if we make it a negative, we say he hasn't got a marker. He has got a marker or he hasn't got a marker. So that's how we use I've got with the pronouns. If we make it a name, we use a name. For example, we say Ahmed has a marker, has got a marker. Ahmed has got a marker. If we make it negative, we say Ahmed has not got a marker. So that's a brief review for what we talked about in the last lesson. Today, we have a new lesson, which is there is, and there are. We have there is and there are. What does it mean? There is, it means ليتي. There is a door. There is a whiteboard. Whiteboard there's a marker. Or we say there are people in the room. There are animals in the zoo. So there is and there are. Now we explain it how we use there is and there are. The first one we have there is. There is, or we say there is, to talk about one thing or person. There is to talk about one thing or person. There is شيء. There is بكاري أهانين بو تاكا شتك ياخد تاكا كسك. بو نمونا علين يك ماركري ليا يك قلني ليا. Kata, we use it to talk about one thing or person, and that thing or that person should be near to us. Okay? For example, in here, that's a rule. There plus is. We have the short form. We usually use the short form, which is there is. There is. One thing plus person. So it's the same thing that we said in here. We just made it shorter, or we made it like a rule. So there plus is equals there is, the short form there is, and it's used for one thing and one person. Okay? Let me give you examples. We say there is a man in the house. تنها يك بيا ولا مالك. There is a man in the house. There's a man in the house. Or we say I have one notebook in my bag. I have one notebook in my bag. Or there is one notebook in my bag. For example, I have it and we want to know where is that notebook. We say there is one notebook in my bag, or there is one copybook in my bag. So there's a man in the house and there is a copybook or notebook in my bag. Or I say, there is one marker in my hands. There is one marker in my hand. There is one ruler on the table. There is one ruler on the table. There's one tape. There's one tape. There's one tape in my hand. Or we say, there is one Caesar. There's one Caesar. There's one Caesar on the notebook. There's one Caesar on the notebook. Or we say, there's one rock. There's one rock on the notebook. There's one rock, أنا باردة. We say there's one rock on the notebook. Or I have one flower here. I got it as a gift. So I say there's only one flower. There's only one flower that I got as a gift. There's only one flower that I got on the as a gift. Or there's only one flower. There's a flower in my hands. Okay, so that's how we say there is. There's one ruler, there's a flower, there's a tape, there's a rock, there's a Caesar. Okay, so these are examples of there is. There is means one thing or one person. After there is, we have there are. There are. We use there plus are. We have there are to talk about two or more things or people. To talk about two or more things or people. So we use there is for one thing or one person, but we use there are for more people, for more things. A group of people or a group of animals, a group of stuff that we use it in our daily lives. We have there plus are, and there are is the short form of there are. There plus are. We have there are, the short form of there are. And we see that we use it for more things and people. That's the plural. More things and for people. Let me give you some examples. For example, we say there are two pencils on the table. There are two pencils on the table. There are two, or we say pens, rulers, books, notebooks, anything. There are two pens on the table. Anything that we want to say. There are two pens on the table. Or we say there are four markers. There are four markers in my bag. There are four markers in my bag. There are four markers in my bag, in my hand, in my locker, for example. So now there are two pens on the table. There are four markers in my locker. Look at this. We use numbers. We have two here and we have four. Why we use numbers? Because we said there are is used for big numbers or things that are more than one. There are two. Two is a bigger number than one. And four is bigger than 2 and 3 and 1. So we use numbers with there are, or we use a group of stuff, or we say dozens وحدة دستة دوان زدانة, or bunches كومالك. So we use these words with there are. Now let us recap it again. We have there is, the short form is there is. We use it for one thing or one person. And examples are there's a man in the house, there's a copybook in my bag, okay? And we have there are. We use there are for talking about more than one thing, and people, a group of people. There are, the short form is there are, okay? And we have examples. There are 2 pens on the table. There are 4 markers in my locker. Let me give you examples of there are. There are 5 pencils on the table. There are 5 pencils on the table. For there is, we said there is 1 scissor in my hand, or I used the notebook. I said there's 1 scissor on the notebook, but now I have 2 scissors. So I say there are 2 scissors in my hands, or there are 2 scissors on the notebook. Okay, so that's how we use there are as bunches, or for groups, or for things that are more than one. So there is for one thing or one person, there are is for a group of people, or things that are more than 2 or 3. Okay? And also, to not forget, we have homework from the book, the grammar book. We have homework in page 7. Page 7, solve it from the top till bottom. We will look at it together in the next lesson. But from the book, grammar book, page 7 is a homework. Besides there's and there are, let's talk about something else, which is in, on, under. In, on, under. These are prepositions. Prepositions in, prepositions of place. In, on, under. In, on, under. We have this ball, okay? We have this ball. We want to place this ball in this box. أمانويت أم توبا بكاربن لنا أم بوكسانيا جابي خينا سري بخينا نابي ياخد بخينا جير بوكساكا. So this ball for in means لنابيا. In لنابيا, we put the ball in the box. So we put the ball in the box. Or if we want to put the ball on the box, what we do? We put it here. So the ball in the box, the ball on the box, and we will put the ball under the box. Under the box. So now one of them is in and this one is on, and what do you think it should be? It should be here, it should be here, it should be here, here, or here. Under means legereva, so we put it here. We put the ball in here. So the ball in the box, the ball on the box, and the ball under the box. Let me show you an example. I got this teddy bear. I have this teddy bear. And also I have this box. Okay? I have this box and this teddy bear. This teddy bear, we want to place it in this box. We want to put it in somewhere in this box. If we put it in the box, we do like this. Now, the teddy bear is in the box. The teddy bear is in the box. Or if we make it on the top, on the box, we put it like this. The teddy bear is on the box. The teddy bear is on the box. And the last one we have under, we put the teddy bear under the box. under the box. So now the teddy bear is in the box, on the box, under the box. Let's repeat it again. In the box, on the box, and under the box. That's how we put the teddy bear with the box. So, dear students, that was the lesson of today. We talked about there is, there are, and in, on, under. Do not forget to solve the problems or the exercise from the book, page 7. That was the lesson for today, and I hope you all understood what we talked about. Till next time, bye-bye.